Here we have for sale our June 2020 on a 20 plate Citroen Dispatch XL, meaning that this one is the long wheelbase. This is the 1200 model, which refers to the payload of around 1200 kilograms. This has got the 1.5 Blue HDI diesel engine with 100 brake horsepower, and that's accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox. And this is the Enterprise model, which of course is the spec. So what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Dispatch XL Enterprise of this age. We'll also talk you through the condition of this particular example, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So starting here at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. What I mean by that are 2 doors which open like so. On an Enterprise you get parking sensors integrated into the rear bumper, so have a good look at those just there, and a couple of minor marks to point out on the plastic of the rear bumper there. And as I say, we like to be as honest and as transparent as we can, so if there's anything that I can see while I'm walking around this video, I will show you. Looking at the rear quarter here, maybe a couple of very fine marks, but that is maybe being quite critical. But the bodywork itself, looking at the rear doors, absolutely impeccable, nothing to fault there at all. No dings or dents to speak of. If we open up the rear barn doors then, we can start to have a look inside the all-important load area. First thing to note is this yellow tab just here. If you give that a pull, you can open the rear doors right out to their full 180-degree position, like so. And of course you can do exactly the same with the other door as well, and open that right out to their full 180-degree position. So this gives you their maximum accessibility into the back, and it gives you a good chance as well to look at the inside of these rear doors. So these are typically high traffic areas, and if a van has had a hard life, these are the sorts of areas that it will show, and that is on the exposed metalwork of the vehicle, and you can just see how clean and tidy that is. In the back, of course, it is fully ply lined. Again, that is there to protect the vehicle, so if you've got cargo in the back of here, it flies to one side, it's not going to cause a horrible outward dent in the outside of the van. Floor again is there to again protect the vehicle, makes sliding things in the back of here much easier. Plenty of tie down points as well, and you'll notice here I've got the tape here. Reason for that is in the factory fitted bulkhead that we've got just there, there is a load through hatch. Once that is flipped down, you can then lift up the passenger seat and you can load all the way through right into the passenger footwell, and this gives you a load length of just over 3.8 meters into the back here. Of course, that's not a full load length, you know, the full size of the van, but if you have, I don't know, say a timber or a long piece of plastic or something along those lines, which you know, can fit through that gap just there, then as I say, you have got, looking down here, over 12 foot, and as I say, 3.8 meters is to around the center of the tape here. So fantastic load length. To get a load length of that size, you would need to be into something like a long wheelbase Transit, not a Transit Custom, a full long wheelbase Transit, maybe even a medium wheelbase Sprinter or Crafter. It really is very impressive how much load length they've managed to pack into a van of this size. Looking then down the passenger side here as well, again using those reflections where we can to see for any dings or dents or scratches. It is all looking in impeccable order, it must be said, looking very clean and tidy indeed. Diesel fuel filler flap on the near side here, and again even the steel wheels are looking in really good order there. No scuff marks or rusting or anything like that. Looking really nice indeed. 16-inch steel wheels on these. Twin side loading doors, so of course most vans have a near side loading door like so, but you've also got one on the driver's side as well. And again, this just gives us another aspect then of this load area, the step just here, and I say having a look at the factory fitted bulkhead and the size of the hatch just here enable for you to load through as well. If I open up the passenger door, you'll see what I mean. So I've put the seats down here just so you can see, of course, the full lovely condition of these seats. We've got this blue tab just there. If you give that a pull, you can then lift the seat up. That is on a nice hydraulic strut just there, and you can see we've got the tape here into the passenger footwell, and you've got this lovely space then to load all the way through. And they've even thought of this before, of course, and you've got the tie down point in here as well. In terms of condition inside the cab, it is in absolutely lovely order in here. So you've got the glove box up on top of here. There's a little secret button just underneath there to access that, with a little vanity light as well when you've got your book pack. And then just down below, there's another little cubby hole down here, which is where I've got my phone plugged in at the moment into the USB up here. But you can also turn off the passenger airbag here, and you've got a 12-volt socket and another little tie-down point there as well, which could come in handy also. Lovely passenger door card there, no issues whatsoever. If we shut that seat down there, so we continue to go around to the front. Moving then around to, as I say, the front of the vehicle, again, all looking in really, really good order. Nothing really adverse that I can point out to you here. Having a good look at the front bumper, again, some very minor marks there to the plastic, probably just sort of hedge marks and things like that. But all in all, as I'm sure you'll agree, looking very clean and tidy. There's no excessive stone chipping on the bonnet. Of course, like any vehicle, you may find the odd one or two here or there, but all looking very clean and tidy indeed. I feel like I'm repeating myself here. And then looking down the driver's side as well, very much the same story there, nothing adverse that I can see. As I mentioned, driver's side side-loading door. So that is the lovely benefit there of a twin side-loading door. You can load right the way through, and it gives you access whichever side of the road you pull up on as well, which can be very, very handy if you're frequently in and out of the back of the van. Opening up the driver's door then, we can start to have a look at the lovely cab on the Enterprise, because there's a lot of spec to talk about on these. So on top of the driver's door we have electric windows, electric mirrors. You can see that the driver's door card, no issues there at all. The driver's step, no excessive wear, and looking at the driver's seat, we've got height adjustability here, a little bit of wear to the very back corner of the seat just there, maybe with someone's pocket, but all in all looking very, very good. Driver's armrest as well, which is adjustable, that's on a little ratchet, and we have 2 full remote keys with the vehicle as well. Much more modern flat bottom steering wheel on this new Dispatch, which I think is really, really nice. If we turn the steering wheel over to the right hand side, you can see we've got auto activated wipers just there, and this is where you can control the volume of the radio. And then on the left hand side we've got auto activated lights and your cruise control settings down there as well. So lovely to have cruise control on these vans. They do drive incredibly well. 31,773 miles, so nice miles, plenty of warranty of course left on these. The warranty is until 100,000 miles or 3 years, so that is until the end of June 2023. And looking into the centre here, we have the 6-speed manual gearbox, which I mentioned, which goes along with that 100 brake horsepower engine. Brilliant on fuel, especially on the motorway. You can see we've got the USB port here, which I mentioned I got my phone plugged into, 12-volt socket, air conditioning, another crucial bit of spec to have on any van. And the reason I got my phone plugged in is because these vans do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you can see here you've got full Apple CarPlay. You can use the Maps feature on here. You can of course listen to your music via Apple Music or on podcasts. And if you don't like Apple Maps, you can even use Google Maps or Waze if you want to do as well. So plenty of options on there for you. If you go back onto the normal screen, you can even see that you've got DAB radio on here. And of course you can connect your phone to this via Bluetooth as well if you want to. Bit of extra storage space up on top there, but a very, very well equipped cab indeed. So just to summarise, it is a end of June 2020 registered on a 20 plate Citroen Dispatch XL Enterprise, which comes with a 1.5 litre blue HDI diesel engine, 6-speed manual gearbox, so it's the long wheelbase Dispatch. These are also the base for the new shape Vivaro, which could offer fantastic value for money against one of those. And I think it actually looks really, really smart and modern, these vans. Very well presented for any company. We've actually got a few of these in stock at the moment, so could possibly be a little fleet to immediately roll out just there. A bit of spec to summarise here as well. So we've got Apple CarPlay, air conditioning, of course you've got that fantastic 3.8 metre load length in the back, so all the way right up to the passenger footwell. Rear parking sensors, ply lining of course, twin side loading doors and more to go on there as well. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles, starting as low as 7.9% APR, so incredibly competitive for commercial vehicle financing. We can also arrange finance for limited companies as well. So if you do have a limited company, don't be afraid, we can arrange funding for you, and again at very competitive rates. We can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well, and we can deliver our vans nationwide. Thank you very much for watching.